What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice.
So if you guys don't remember at the beginning of the year, he had the nerve to talk about her Super Bowl performance. And this is the thing with this. I saw someone say this moon and replace the M with a C, because that's pretty much his role these days. He loves to have so much smoke and so much heat, so much critique and commentary for the people that have as much or maybe even more melanin than he does. And when he gets checked, he really doesn't have a whole lot to say when he's checked by people that do not resemble his flesh tone. But you know, like they say, all skin folk ain't kin folk. And I'm not even one of those people that believes that they should be, because we're not a monolith. But what I don't respect is people that have the complexion that is like yours and mine, most people, where we need sun protection, but a lot of us don't feel like we do. But yeah, we do. It's so disgusting when I see people like him. They have so much critique for the people that are really melanated, but when it comes to those that aren't, is quiet, sitting there rocking back and forth in the seat, wishing you could say what you really can't say because it'll probably screw up your paycheck. And that's all he cares about. So he had the nerve to go off about her performance simply because she and Drake dated years ago, and he's so stupid, because I gave my commentary talking about that. Really didn't have anything to do with Drake for the most part. And if you didn't see my commentary about that, I will find that video link and I'll put it in the description box. Her performance really was a political statement. It wasn't about her stunting on her ex-boyfriend. That one of the songs that Kendrick performed was about. It was way bigger than that. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get into that clip of what he had to say about her earlier this year.
Serena moment
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If I'm your husband, I'm like,
know.
why are you up there dancing or something? I wanted my legs.
No,
That's what he said.
if I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
Go ahead, Steve.
Stop it. Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
If you with Serena Williams, you're gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna.
I just want to say, put the
Well, that last statement was stupid anyway, but yeah, that's what he had to say about her. This ninja, who's 61 years old, probably will never be married. And honestly, no woman deserves to go through that type of torture and hell. I don't care what type of money he has. So yeah, that's what he had to say earlier this year.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I
was hoping you were going to be here.
I am not qualified. Married?
Right.
Oh no, not me.
Well,
I ain't qualified.
Look at his facial expressions. He is such a buck dancing. Ooh, let's continue.
Brother, I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No,
she hasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies, and the reason I do that is because I build.
Look at his facial expression. He's such a freaking clown and a raccoon. all you do is get paid to run that big ass mouth, bigger than that forehead that he's got, where that hairline is just running away from it, to critique and criticize people that look like him, skin tone wise. And then when he gets checked by this man that he had the nerve to, in some ways, come for when he was given the critique about Serena Williams earlier this year, it couldn't be my wife. You do that and you my wife, you go back to his ass. But now it's like, oh no, I couldn't give any advice. I'm not qualified. Really? And look at it. So look at his facial expression. Because he gets checked on him, not just about the marriage aspect, but also about his stance in terms of business. He's like, I help people build billion-dollar companies. Like, what do? Sit and run your mouth for a check. Like, boy, go sit down. And he's literally looking like a boy who's sitting down, trying to be quiet, like, yes, sir. Yes, massa.
$1 billion companies.
Yeah.
So I generally try to stay in my lane as
Yeah.
advice.
Then we'll talk marriage advice later. I'm
All
going
right.
13 years strong. We got
Deal. Stephen.
Child, it's crazy. But the comments did not disappoint. Somebody said, the weakness displayed in this moment by Stephen is a classic example of the wrong type of men being allowed to talk too long and too loud. And that is 100% facts. And the $1 billion company comment was the Thanos snap. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody else said, that is a dope man because he do not play about his wife. And somebody else said, all the smoke for a woman, but not a man, Stephen A. And there's that. That's Stephen A in a nutshell. He is a nut. And I'm just not here for him. 100% can't stand that dude. And all the people with the, hit this button to cancel Stephen A, it's not going to happen because the backing that keeps him standing is the people that look like Alexis Ohanian. Even though he's not one of them, I'm just saying that's what they look like. So he knows which side his bread is buttered on. He's not going to even go there. So I was going to play the clip of Stephen A. Smith talking about Jasmine Crocket pretty much needs to be quiet about criticizing 45/47. There's really no need because we already know how he does stuff like that. And it's just a bunch of nonsense. But Willie D. Moore, not Willie D. Moore. God, there's a Willie Moore Jr. And I said Willie D. Moore. But anyway, Willie D., he did a post. And while I don't really watch a lot of his commentary, I used to, I was here for this. And I'm glad that he's speaking up because I feel like more Black men really need to stand up to the likes of Stephen A. Not saying it's going to change his mind or his attitude and his ways, but I do agree with the sentiment that there's far too many men, Black men, that have microphones and they're really not speaking a whole bunch of anything, and they're getting paid a whole lot of money to not speak a whole lot of anything. And when they do speak, it's usually to criticize and critique Black women. And you don't ever see the ones that do that where they're like in real good relationships, period. And if they are in a relationship, it's definitely not with a Black woman. But anyway, Willie D posted and he said, Stephen A. Smith taking shots at Jasmine Crocket ain't just messy, it's weak. Due to sitting on one of the biggest mics in America, and instead of using it to uplift, he's tearing down a Black woman who's out here putting in real work. That ain't critique, that's betrayal. Jasmine Crocket ain't the problem. She's the kind of woman who walks into rooms full of snakes and makes the snakes flinch. Meanwhile, Stephen showing us what happens when the paycheck gets louder than the principal. That's sucker bleep, straight up. And trust me, 50 years from now, when folks study this era, Jasmine Crockett's name going to be in the books next to the fighters, the truth tellers, the ones who shook the system. Stephen A., history don't reward the ones who made noise. It rewards the one who made a difference. And the thing about Stephen A. Smith, the only difference he's trying to make is the number of zeros that's in his bank account. In my personal opinion, he is a big zero. And you're going to have people like this one right here, Angela Stanton. Willie, what laws has Jasmine passed that benefit Black people? How in the freak is she going to pass any laws when the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court, and not only that now, all of the freaking agencies are Republican and MAGA run. Democrats don't have the power. So please get out of here with the BS about what laws has she passed. She is trying to make a difference as much as she possibly can instead of just sitting back and collecting a check, which the check that she gets because she's a state representative, it really is not a whole lot of money, especially for the work that she does put in. But what I'm saying is, I hate when people do stuff like that because it's disingenuous. They either don't know or they know and they're just trying to make it seem like, oh, she ain't doing nothing but running her mouth, getting her lashes done and her hair did and her makeup done. It's just like, it's so disingenuous. But anyway, I'm glad Willie D said something. It's more than a whole lot of other people have done. And Stephen A. Smith, he's just there for the check. He does not care. Will he make a response to it? If he has some time and feels like getting some more views off of it, then he more likely than not will. But I'm just saying, guys, I just cannot stand it. And I'm glad that somebody like him drug him because he needs to be drugged. You know, I know the hairline goes a whole lot further back than it did several years ago, but grab him by the hair that's left and drag because I cannot stand it. He's all about his check. He is miserable, even though he may be one of the highest paid over there on ESPN. He's a miserable person, and that's why he is able to do stuff like this. And it's profitable. I'm going to talk about that in some other commentary, guys. But anyway, I wanted to end it here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.